everybody, it is your girl Genuinely Divine coming at you today with a video all about Libra man with Gemini woman. Is it a match made in heaven or is it a match that heaven rejected? Stay tuned and I'll be right back and give you my analysis on this love compatibility. Be right back.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things it took from me, I know that I am so much better.
So hey guys, and welcome back. Excuse me, I was just eating some of my stuff. This is my favorite. I really love Red Bull. Just to get a little bit of energy, you guys. Anyway, so today we're gonna be talking about Libra man with Gemini woman. This is a lot of air, you guys. Now you already know that I'm going to give you a little background on all of the astrological signs that we're talking about today, okay? So we're gonna start off with Libra. Libras are, of course, air sign ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is the planet of love and beauty. It is the goddess of love and beauty, actually. And it rules, Libra rules the 7th house. The 7th house is the house of relationships, partnerships. 2, it is represented by the scales, like that's their symbol, the scales. Libras are tend to be really balanced out type people, and when they're not balanced, they tend to be a little bit, you know, disoriented in life in general. Like in every aspect of their life, they can be totally disoriented if the scales are tilted. Okay, so they always striving for balance. Okay, so you have Gemini. Geminis are also ruling element is air, of course. Gemini are the communicators. They rule the 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of communication. Geminis, their ruling symbol is the twins. So they're like they're the type of people, like they all have a lot of dual activities. They're constantly trying to satisfy both twins. So Gemini and Libras, they both have a lot in common. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, a very fast moving planet, a very, very intellectual planet, a planet that is mathematical, you know. So Geminis tend to be a slightly different than Libra, but similar to each other. Where Libras are constantly looking for balance, Geminis are constantly trying to stabilize their moods, basically, you know, because they're so indecisive, just like Libra. But Libras are indecisive because they don't want to make a wrong decision to hurt anybody and be unjustified for their actions, you know. Geminis, on the other hand, they are just like, they don't want to make a wrong decision because they don't want to end up with the wrong thing in their possession or in their life, you know. So they always, you know, just kind of like playing both sides of the fences. A lot of times you would think of Gemini as being two-faced, somewhat a gossiper, somewhat messy, because they are they are the messenger gods, you know. So they like to carry messages and bring messages, you know. So sometimes when you have that type of energy, you can be looked upon as being untrustworthy, okay, because you take a bone and you bring a bone. You bring a bone, take a bone. Okay, yeah, something like that. So Libras, on the other hand, they're just the total opposite. They're very sociable people, just like Gemini, but they like to socialize with people to make them feel comfortable and at home. Whenever you're talking to a Libra, you're like always so excited because, you know, like Libras are just like, they're so nice. Like they just make you feel so comfortable and just so peaceful, and they never ever want to hurt your feelings unless you give them reason to. Now don't get it twisted, because Libras have a dark side. They will get up in my you know what. So what happens when Libra men combines in a romantic relationship with Gemini woman? I can tell you what happens. Gemini woman is super duper excited that she's finally met someone that actually has her best interests at heart. Someone that she can talk to for like hours on top of hours. These air signs never shut up. Do you understand? Libras are somewhat quiet like until they open up. Well, let me rephrase that. You have some shy Libras, but you have the ones that are very, very open, and they're just like so wide open that they talk to everybody. They do not meet strangers. Geminis, on the other hand, they do meet strangers. A lot of times, Geminis are pretty much reserved, and I mean, they're sociable people, but they have groups of people that they like to socialize with. So they have their what would you call it? They have their posses, or whatever you want to call it, their entourage that they hang out with. Opposed to Libras don't have a specific group of people. Everybody is someone that they can socialize with, because that's just the type of personality that they have. So Libra man is somewhat flirtatious, and Gemini is overly flirtatious. So in this love compatibility, they can run into a lot of hiccups if they don't have this understanding, if they don't have an understanding of how each other operates. It could be disastrous to a certain extent when it comes to giving attention to others opposed to one another. So both of them are okay. Gemini is a pleasurable sign. So Gemini woman is usually the type of person where she do like to go out, she do like to have a good time, she do like to travel, she do like to travel in pairs, she like to travel in groups, either with her family, cousins, or just really good friends that you've been friends with forever. Gemini love to do that. Sometimes you don't always want her significant other, her Libra man, to be with her, which sometimes causes Libra to feel a little bit jealous, because Libras are all about togetherness and they love that. You know, hello, they rule the relationship house, the partnership house. They travel in twos, so of course Libra is gonna feel some type of way when Gemini is like, you know, yeah, I just want to spend some time with my girls, you know, this is girls weekend. But of course this can all be overcame in the relationship once this has already been established by the two of you. So it all depends, you guys, it all depends. Gemini and Libra, when it comes to, well, you know, communication, again, with their communication, they're good. They can talk forever about all types of things. I mean, it is limitless to what they can communicate about. These air signs will talk from sun up to sun down. They always got something interesting to talk about. So when it comes to communication, I think they communicate well, very well. When it comes to terms of money, when it comes to money between Libra and Gemini, sometimes there can be a little bit of trouble, because Gemini woman, again, is a pleasurable sign, love to travel, love to be out and sociable with her friends, love to look nice, love to live the lavish type lifestyles. A lot of times Geminis are attracted to Taurus type men because of the simple fact that Taurus, they provide that type of lifestyle with all of the materialistic things. So Geminis are really attracted to those things. Libra, on the other hand, Libra likes nice things too, but they do understand a limit. And again, Libra is a sign of balance. So even if Libra love to have the lavish type lifestyle, they're still going to have that, they're gonna find that balance somewhere in their life. You know, they're gonna find that balance and say, hey, this is time to cut off. I'm not gonna overspend. I'm not gonna overspend on my leisure and not spend anything on, you know, business, you know, like taking care of the home, taking care of the children, taking care of responsibilities. So they're gonna find a balance between both. So they're gonna have nice things and they're gonna also have their bills paid. Gemini woman, on the other hand, doesn't mind spending their money on things that makes her happy and then figure out how to get it later on. That's just the Gemini way, okay? Because you know they have that fast moving Mercury right there, and Mercury is like, hey girl, you can get your money back, don't worry about it, get it back, we can get it back. Causing Libra to have to work harder to come up with more money, so it can kind of like put, you know, a strain on the relationship, kind of, sort of, you know. Now, don't get it twisted. When it comes to the bedroom, for these two, Libra and Gemini, oh my God, this is amazing. These two can create hurricanes. I mean, like, hurricane sounds pretty bad if you in terms of weather, but it's actually pretty good in terms of romance. So these two can definitely create some hurricanes. I mean, there's no limit, there's no type of restrictions. These two are really gonna go for it. Gemini is always up to trying something new, something fun, something interesting, because they do bore very easily. So they do, and they also need to satisfy both twins, so they have so many different things they like to try, and Libra is the one to try them with. Libra is not going to say no. Libra man will not say no to Gemini woman when it comes to the bedroom scene. Whatever it is that Gemini wants, Libra will definitely oblige. And this makes for wonderful and more wonderful lovemaking between Gemini and Libra. It's just a whole bunch of air, you know? Air. One thing about air is air does not like to be confined. So neither one of these astrological signs like to be confined. See, out of all the air signs, Libra is the one that would like to be more in a stabilized relationship. All zodiac signs want to be in stabilized relationship to a certain extent, but when it comes to like Gemini and Aquarius, other air signs, they easily detach. So like if they need to detach, they can easily detach. Libra is an air sign that can detach easily also, but they hold on mainly not because they're genuinely in love, but because they're in love with the idea of love. So they hold on, and because they are it is their nature to want to be in a pair, be in a relationship, be in a marriage, be with someone. Consistently being with someone is very important to Libra. So Libra is a cardinal sign, and Gemini is a mutable sign. So Libra mainly initiates everything in the relationship. Basically, they initiate togetherness. They initiate just having that strong bond with one another, where Gemini is just basically go with the flow. So what Libra man wants, Gemini woman can basically, you know, fall into suit and definitely follow her Libra man, because she trusts him enough to do that. Now, don't get it twisted. Geminis are very independent. So Gemini woman is definitely her own person, but it's just something changes about her when she's in a relationship with a Libra man, because Libra has a way, her Libra man has a way of bringing her into the feeling of wanting to be a part of something that's greater than her own independence. And this is something that's beautiful between these two air signs, and I definitely can see these two air signs going the distance in their relationship. Now, a little bit of advice for this relationship is just this compatibility is just make sure that you guys do understand one another. Understand that you both are very sociable. Understand that you both like to have gatherings, love to talk to people, love to communicate. You both love to communicate. If this is going to pose a problem or some type of jealousy, you definitely want to nip it in the bud in the beginning, so you guys can understand. You guys need to make sure that you genuinely love each other enough to Always be honest with each other so that you never lose trust, because once trust is lost in this compatibility, it is never restored, because both of these signs, again, easily detach themselves. Gemini especially, because Gemini is very independent. Gemini is very interested. Gemini is very, very busy. Gemini has so much going on, like they don't always know what they want, just like Libra, but to a certain extent, just a little bit different. Libra is indecisive on making wrong choices because they don't want to, again, show injustice to anyone, either party. Geminis don't like to make decisions. They don't usually know what they want. They don't like to make decisions because they don't want to make a wrong decision and be stuck in a wrong situation. So you both are very similar. So you definitely want to make sure you have some type of understanding, some type of common ground, and trust. Never ever lose trust in this love compatibility. When it comes to the home and the children, I can see with the home, like Gemini woman will definitely have extravagant taste when it comes to making sure the home, not overly extravagant like a Taurus or a Virgo, but you know, they would definitely have a nice home where they have their themes going on in their home. And Libra will really definitely appreciate that, because Libras really appreciate beauty. So Libra man, he may put in his 2 cents, but for the most part, he will let his Gemini woman do all the decorating, taking care of all of the beauty in the home. And you know, of course, he may be like, oh, he's gonna really appreciate your style, Gemini. He's gonna definitely appreciate it because you have a style of elegance and beauty, and that's what your Libra man really cherishes. He cherishes beauty. So yeah, I just definitely see a nice home, but Gemini woman actually being able to take on the role of decorating her home however she wants, without her husband, without her Libra man being like, hey, you know, you should do this, you should do that. You know, some men are like, shut up, this is my house, let me do whatever I want to do, thank you, you know. And so but I definitely don't see that happening in this love compatibility. In terms of money, I definitely would say when it comes to the finances, let Libra men handle the finances. And the only reason why I say that, of course, you have a whole astrological chart, you guys. This is just hyper Libra man, hyper Gemini woman. But if there's something else in your chart that is watering down these traits, then hello, then that's what it is. But this is just one aspect of your chart, okay? So I would say the Libra man take over the finances. The reason why I say the Libra man is, again, is because they have the sense of balance. They like balance, and they're the type of people, they're gonna always want to make sure they're taking care of what's what's important. Gemini still have a kitty mind, you know, kind of like a toddler. They're the explorer. So it's like sometimes when something happens, maybe, you know, they got something going on and they're like, oh yeah, I definitely gotta get these shoes. So Gemini woman is like, I gotta get these shoes, oh my god, I just gotta get them, because if I don't get them, they will probably never ever be available again. I have to get them, you know. And hello, you have some bills that are due, but yeah, she's still gonna get the shoes. So yeah, I would say Libra, definitely Libra man, take care of the finances in this love compatibility. Yes, I do. Now, how did these two people meet? How did this Gemini woman meet this Libra man? I can almost guarantee you, social gathering, probably at work. Didn't you? You met at work, I'm sure you did. You know, like at work or at a grocery store or supermarket or something, and you guys was just like, or maybe you guys was just talking, maybe online, probably online. And let me say why. Because both of you guys seem to be the type to just kind of like be so busy in your life, so you don't have time to just really be going out all the time looking for somebody. So you would rather search online for someone with all the qualities, because Gemini woman is very picky. Like, they want a man that looks good, but at the same time has great conversation, and at the same time dress really nice, and at the same time keep everything manicured. Who has all that stuff? I don't know. And how do you find it? Just walking about the street. You can't. So if you can read it online, like, oh yeah, bad. Libra men, the same way. Like, you want a woman that is extremely beautiful or have like extremely beautiful qualities about them. And Gemini woman is extremely beautiful. Like, oh, they're just like so pretty to me, because they usually have like really like little piercing eyes. They have like the cute little faces. Like, to me, they always look really cute. They're usually very tiny, like usually small people. Not always. You have big Geminis, but they're usually very short in stature when it comes to Gemini, especially Gemini risings. Not always. Okay, again, not always, but yeah. So yeah, they're usually really cute and sexy and very, very, very kinky. So that is always a really good trait, especially for Libra. So looking at it and reading it online, yeah, I think it'd be great. But overall, I think in this relationship, this compatibility, the two of you guys are awesome communicators. I mean, you guys can have the best talks, and in all actuality, air signs really, really thrive on being able to have great conversations with the person that they're in a relationship with. In all actuality, without conversation, an air sign is basically lost. There's nothing left in that relationship for an air sign. Air signs need to be able to communicate. They need to be free to communicate with their partners, and their partners need to reciprocate back to them the same type of communication that they're giving to them, the same type of love that they're giving to one another. Another thing about this love compatibility is these two, neither one of you guys like to be confined. You both like your freedom. You like to be free to roam, and neither one of you will cheat on each other as long as you guys genuinely love one another. So you both need to be able to trust one another so that this relationship will definitely be able to thrive and to go the distance. Another thing about this love compatibility is that both of you guys are indecisive, and both of you have a very difficult time when it comes to making a decision, but you both can help one another with it. Libra, you can help your Gemini make decisions, not thinking or worrying that she's gonna make a wrong decision and be put in a wrong situation for an eternity. Gemini, you help your Libra be decisive about something and be like, okay, it's not always about justice. You're not going to, because in the end, someone is going to be served injustice no matter how you look at it, and no matter how the situation goes. Someone is going to feel that they have not been justified. So you have to make a decision, and the two of you can support each other in this situation. Okay, the two of you can support each other in this situation. So overall, you guys are a powerful combination. You two can make the two of you can make whirlwinds. You can definitely make a difference in your community. You definitely can probably co-host a talk show together. Hey, create a YouTube channel or something. You guys are very talkative. So overall, I just see this relationship being a very beautiful, beautiful, airy compatibility, one that definitely can go the distance. And this is a match made in heaven. And until next time, I wish you guys much love, peace, and many wonderful blessings. Bye. Hanging around that old. 'Cause darling, there is nothing right. All you seem to do is lie. Those days are gone. I'm walking tall while you're alive.